Ready? Are we rolling?
Yep.
We're rolling. All right. Hey, we're in the factory of the Incredibox right now. We're going to give an update on the Grove. We did a little video earlier and it showed the Grove with Yump out there doing the sewer. I want to show you, this is a Grove house. This is an 8x20. We've got probably 12 more to do. We'll do next week. We'll have them ready by next week. So that means I don't know how many put out, maybe 20, 29 of these things. Something that's going in the Grove. These are 8x20s. I love you guys. I showed you yesterday the floor system. This is what it looks like before we put our subfloor on. 5.5 inches of reclaimed foam that we've taken from our grinder and our 45 routering and all that we do. We dump it back in here. You guys can see all the wiring. We showed this a bunch, but it's kind of neat. I always love coming in here and watching this stuff when we bring in new guests. They're amazed by, look, we got robotic towers walking around the room. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So there's some modifications going on. We got Chris over here. He's doing our subfloors. You can see now we're making them 20 feet. This was our 16 foot. We've had to adapt to put our 20 foot, so they had to add four more feet to the table. Then week after next, we start our 20 footers or our 10s. It'll be 2 more feet to this. We need to adapt. So you can see when it comes to changing anything on this line, how it affects the whole procedure in building these houses. Let's go outside here. And hey, want to say thank you again to folks in Fresno. We had a great show. Still getting emails from people that have been at the show, and it was nice meeting them. So, oh yeah, here we go. All right, so earlier I did a video and it showed all the supplies across here. What we were waiting on was all of our manholes. We've got a manhole, all right, so we got a street, and a street. So we got manholes at first and manhole at the end, and then the 2. So each manhole is, when you put one in, you've got an elevation. So poop runs downhill. All right, so when you put a manhole in here, this one, it's going this way, it's got to be downhill. So basic. You wouldn't think it is, but it is. And we got an 8-inch sewer main that runs down the street. When you got a manhole, inside that manhole, you got a pipe going out, a big hole on that manhole, and it sticks out. I'm going to show you the manhole next week and show you, it's cool to see, right? And we'll show you how they're digging and what they're doing. So they put one in here, it runs downhill to the next one. So we had to wait for the 2 to get together so we can shoot a laser and we make sure that's perfect through there. So they dig the hole, they put gravel in the hole, so they make the hole, actually, the ditch, actually deeper, because then we got to bring it up with gravel. They rake it, they compact it, then they put the pipe in it, they backfill it with gravel. We got to put ties into it. So if you got a long pipe, right, then at every house is going to tee into that long 8-inch pipe. So you got an 8-inch by a 4-inch tee that's going to go towards every lot, and they're going on both sides. And so that means you got 12 on one side, 12 on the other side. All that's going to be installed. So now what we're doing is we're setting this up. We'll set the other one up, and we're going to get the other one. We're going to get this gang busting and get it done. After the sewer's in, we'll put the water line, put the power, meter centers, and we're looking to getting all that done in the next 4 to 5 weeks. All that in 72 lots. So we're excited. The homes are being built for our Grove. This is the Grove right here. We'll be putting up some shrubs. We bought over 400 Leland cypresses, plus we bought several other ones that a lady lives here that she's been helping us look for some. It's been great having people's input about trees and grove, because we want to make this a grove. It's going to take a few years to make it look lush, but it is going to be trees surrounding this entire place. We're putting a fence between us, or the Grove, and the beach. That'll be located all the way down there. We had a pile of dirt. We kept looking at it thinking, I don't know if we like this or not. So we removed all the dirt, and now we're going to put a nice privacy fence down between the Grove and the beach. So if you've invested in the Grove, that sold out in less than a month, it was a record for us to sell 72 homes in less than a month. This is your home. We're on it. Give you an update of what we're doing. 8x20s are being built. Next week we'll be finishing them up, and then we get into our 10x20s and then our 12x20s. All right. There you go. You see, hey, let's see what Yump's doing. Come on down here. This is our stovepipe. When it gets cold, it's going to get cold next week. So no matter how nice this building looks, we still got a little bit of redneck in us. All right. We got Mr. Brew in the hole. So we dig the hole. This is for, of course, the manhole. So he's got it down. That's a laser. They're shooting in elevation. He's got a compactor, and he's compacting all of the gravel that we put in there, so it's a nice firm foundation. The further you go down in the ground, of course, the ground's hard, so it works out really well. So they're going to put that one in down there. That laser is 300 feet from here. Isn't that cool? So that laser is shooting a beam at this little device that's on that story pole right here that Tim's got, and he hears it beeping. And so he knows if he needs to add gravel or whatever he needs to do to get that manhole spot on. After they do those 2 points, right, it's just a straight line at a slow grade to this one. Now think about it. From that point to this point is an elevation that has to go. Then the next street is going to be at the same elevation over there going this way. And then this one, but that manhole has to be lower than this manhole, because that one's coming this way, and it's going this way all the way to the end. So we'll go to a manhole, another manhole, and then back out to the manhole that's the main drain to our pump system that'll take it to the city. Kind of basic. I know when I started construction, they said all you need to know to be a plumber is that poop runs downhill and hot's on the left, and that's all you need to know. But there's a little bit more to it than that. This is a manhole cover. This is like the lid. It's an extension. Super heavy. It's a cast. Here in Tennessee, in this particular zoning, we had to have it a pink color. So that's more of a waterproof concrete that they required as a code. It cost, believe it or not, a whole bunch of money more than just a regular manhole. So we've had to invest in that. All this had to be going in to the engineering of this thing, finding out the codes and restrictions and what we have to do. Cocke County is very good to work with. It is something we just can't throw in. We do have people that oversee what we do and make sure it's in properly. But because it's such a nice hometown place to live, people that work here live here, and they like what we're doing. So it's been really nice to work with Cocke County. I'm gonna give him some more gravel. Isn't that cool? All right, I'm gonna take you guys next door, all right, and I want to show you what's going on. We got a big, huge house leaving today. It's going across on the mountain to be parked. We've got a big video coming in. We got, God, what is it, Giant Journey, Tiny House Giant Journey, yep. I think with Jenna. And she's coming here in a couple weeks to do a video of a house that we've been building. It is immaculate. I'm not going to go through the house and show you any details because we want it to debut on her show, and it's going to have that big pop. So I want you guys to just see the outside, where we're going with this thing, and a few other things inside the other shop, because we don't show our models that often. We're super proud of our models. I'm thinking about bringing one to Phoenix December 3rd. I don't know if we can. The expense is immaculate. I mean, you got to haul these things. They're 10 foot wide. We got to bring it back home. There's a lot to it. I really don't know what, hey buddy, I really don't know the extent of that show and how big it would be for us in advertising and getting our name out. But man, I'd love to show the world our model home out there at a show. So we're gonna walk over to the other building, and should we keep this running? I don't know how to edit it, but Amanda knows how to do all that. I don't know how to edit it. So hey, I'm gonna call this dead air. So as we're walking in, I'm not gonna bore you with my voice, but maybe you can show them what we're doing, and we'll walk over to the other building. Ace loves Tim. What do you say, buddy? Now, the last time we showed him eating grass, everybody was saying he's sick. Dogs only eat grass when he's sick, right? You know when he eats grass with me is when he gets excited. I take him off over the mountain. He gets so excited running over there, he'll eat grass on the run, and just grab it and just go. I think you're just excited. Come on in here. Just a couple things that we've done. This is a air filter that we have here. So when the guys, usually they insulated that floor there, but normally they insulate it here. And any kind of debris that you wear masks, this takes the air of anything. It's got a filter on it. So we're putting a lot of other air filters on this thing. We're trying to look into every aspect of manufacturing here, that these guys are safe. They're not being wore out physically, like for carpal tunnel and doing certain things. So, we try to do exercising in the morning, and it's not a production to where we have a quota to meet every single day, and that's just what it is. We were going to go for 5, and we can build 5, and we're going to slowly get there, but I've backed off on that. Even though we would make more money building 5, I want the guys to enjoy their job and do a good job, and as we get faster and more efficient, then we can throw a house or 4 in there. But my whole quota, my budgeting and everything is based on 3 homes a day. Yeah. Let's go over here. Maybe you guys like seeing all this stuff. I think us walking around, when people come to visit, they actually think they've already been here. Watch your step there, Amber. Come on, Ace. Good boy. It's gonna be a little loud in here. Guys are working, saws. There you go. Got Matt working here. Matt is a force. All right. I'm gonna do a quick little run around. This is a 10 by 40. Well, you should call it a Craftsman style because it had drop axles. You guys will let you know when Tiny House Giant Journey does her debut with this video. Probably come out the first of the year, I'm assuming. But let's just do a walk around a little bit. Maybe we'll get you a sneak preview. It's got 2 staircases. It's got an upstairs bedroom. It's got an upstairs full bathroom. This is the kitchen area. I'm glad you can't see it because there's a lot going on. The detail to this, the homeowner, they live here in the prairie, and she's given us a book, several books, papers, documented exactly to the 9th degree of how she wanted this built. From where everything is completely located, the windows, the air exchanger, this trim, and the change of where it's located, how this fits. Look at the mini split, it's on the side. Because this house is a home, it is not an RV. It's going to be stationed where it's at and staying where it's at. This right here is a big closet. This is why you got the tankless water heater underneath there, and it's vented on the side. We don't have to worry about it being too wide going down the highway. It's just going across the street to our mountain development, and then that's it. I'm not going to say what all this is, but it's going to be very unique. And what she's got, I thought it was going to be for plants and stuff, and I think it's cool because it's an outdoor shelf, and they had some plants here earlier, and I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. It's like the one I did for the Fresno show. I built shelves on a pallet, and we filled them up with plants. So this is an LP siding. LP siding's got a great warranty. It's a great product. It's like a 50-year warranty on this. The color, you can see how she changed it up from your horizontal to your vertical lap. The windows has got grids in them, picture windows. We don't want to go inside. Even giving it on an angle like that gives the house a really cool character. When you end up building a deck out here and you build a roof over the deck and all the stuff that makes a home, when you get up and you get up doing all that stuff, it just changes the whole look. So even without all that, the house still looks cool, even without a porch and a roof on it. Isn't that nice? One thing, this right here, I just want to brag about our model home. This is an amazing Charleston home right here. You guys see the faux rafters, and and I know I've talked about this earlier, this is still a custom home, and we opt out on some of the folks who said, hey, if you'll go this route, it's still a custom, but they use the model home design. So, but this is a tongue box, right? The elaborate trim and painting and construction on this tongue box is just, the guys would rather build a house than build a tongue box. Let's just put it that way, all right? So here, these doors are all built. There's just so much cutting, right? So much gluing. This is a stop for the door, this little frame around here. All right, so when water hits this, it'll run out. But so you got trim, you got the thickness of the plywood, you've got your siding. Look at the siding here. Now this is on an angle, so you've got your siding, we're gonna put caulk all inside here. That's what the LP is for. But then this piece of trim has to be cut on an angle back this way, right? So you got this here, back here, and every one of these pieces has got to fit down inside that. I'm super proud of what we do here. This, if you're a carpenter and you're watching this, you've got to respect who did this. You got to respect what we're doing. Look, the hinges on here, the waterproofing, but look at this. You see that line coming across here? It's just nice. It's just something that we're real proud of building. I love these model homes. I love the corbels that we have here. The frieze board triangle that you see, the light in the center, the frieze board horizontal coming across, the window in the center, and then you've got your natural soffit, which is a contrast to the white frieze board. I had this in my head, and to actually see it come about is really nice. And look at the dormer up there with the corbel brackets, the faux rafters, all these little faux rafters sticking out, and all that's for looks. That's all it is. Now, we build these at 10 foot wide, and yeah, when we put the gutters and everything, we're building it out probably 11.8. That's what it ends up being. But it's not a camper. This is not an RV. So wherever it's going to go and it's going to stay. Now, the code is about 12 foot. Anything above 12 feet wide, you need a escort car front and back. So we keep it under 12, and we keep it under 14 feet high. We sneak up above 13.6 because we can still transport it and get a permit. We got to have a permit anyway, so why not permit it a little bit taller than 13.6? Give some extra room inside the lofts, and that's all figured into this price that we do. Think about this huge trailer. You can see this big I-beam. The house is cantilevered, so you got a 1 foot cantilever. This is an 8 foot wide trailer. It cantilevers over. That's why I love this. Wheels are underneath the house. We don't have fenders on it. This looks like a home, right? It's still a tiny home. It's still under 400 square feet. It is not a park model. Anything over 8'6" is zoned a park model, but I like that it can still be hauled just by a regular dually pickup truck, all right? And it's a lot lighter, believe it or not, than that big 2-story with the Craftsman and drop axle. So I'm loving this model line. All right, one more thing before we go is, and I don't get to show you guys a lot of the over here because we've been pounding the Incredibox out. But this is a Birmingham. You're going to start seeing a lot more of our model homes because they're now in production. We're almost done in February. We'll be done with every custom home that we had on the books. It's been a year coming. It has been, I can't thank everybody for your patience that people we were building homes for. Never again do I want to get behind, like a year behind. And you're going to say, well, how do you not get behind if you're going to sell a whole bunch more homes? Well, we've worked it out to where I'm going tomorrow to our Amish builders in Kentucky, but we're getting a lot of other guys coming in here too. We're actually getting some really good craftsmen that come right here. We like building right here in Tennessee along with them, so we're not going to put all our eggs in one basket. We're going to be diversified, and we're going to have homes built here, homes built there, and some other things that I've got worked out that will help expedite any kind of need that we're going to be building homes for, right? So anybody we build homes, the number goes up, we got more builders that we can throw them out there. And it's also learning how to do this. Like, the more we build these model homes and we don't get away from the actual design, we're quicker at it. and we know what we're doing, and we can keep our costs down because we're faster. Now, this is a Birmingham. I know this is framing, and you guys probably don't want anything. You want to know, like, Randy, show me a house that is beautifully decorated, right? And I understand that. It's so hard to do because we get them built and they're gone. But now that the models are coming in and we're going to put them on the mountain, I'm hoping Amanda will have time to decorate some homes and really show you how these things can pop. But up top up there, that's our cupola, all right? And it goes through the living room. Let me show you this a little bit. Those windows is indirect light, and it'll have an overhang on that cupola, and that light will shine into the living room. And then it'll also go into the bathroom and into the kitchen area. And that's the part that I've been waiting for to see, to see how all that looks with the white walls, the stained grade ceilings and trim. And what do you think? Yep. So I'm proud of this. This is Joseph building this. Hey, let's go out towards the office. So heads up, we'll be coming to December. We're coming to Phoenix, December 3rd through the 3rd and 4th. And we're going to Quartzsite, RV place, January 21st through the 29th. We're going to list about other places we're going to be. I know we want to be able to go to Minnesota. We got about 15 shows that we're going to have our model homes going to, the Incredibox going to. A few things that you need to know: that our Incredibox is still $20,000 for a 16-footer. It's still $25,000 for a 20-footer. All right, so if you just want a home, it is not any more than that. If you want to add your solar, the only upgrade we did is it went to $2,500 more than what we were charging before. It was a $5,000 for the 5K battery, 4 panels, 3K inverter, and if you guys want that, it's $7,500. We have a totally off-grid home that we can build to. We are selling probably more off-grid, more solar than anything that we do. We love doing it. We're set up for amenities, access to egress windows, bay windows, all that stuff. Please go to our website, check it all out if you want to add these things to your Incredibox. And we're also going to help, maybe in the future, depending on how many homes we can sell out west. We've been doing a lot of advertising out west, so we're lining up a lot more haulers and talking to our haulers and see how we can get that worked down to an economical price to get that to you out west. All right, I think that's it. I think we're good. I'm gonna be going to Amish tomorrow, so stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe, because you'll get to see a beautiful human being like that right there. Is he not handsome? Wow. That's Jeff, our electrician.
The trees are behind you.
Who it? And there's all our trees. Like, what am I doing? Trees. Everybody's like, what are the trees for? These are for the grove. These are all the grove trees. Isn't this cool? 400 trees, everybody. Look at that. Leland cypresses. Yep, 400 trees. These are every one of them going in the grove. I absolutely love plants, trees, flowers. I can't get enough of them. Hopefully next year you guys will see the beach turning in having palm trees and banana trees. We're going to try to plant our banana trees now so they're ready to go in the spring. I need to get on that. But this is it. This is the progress that we promised everybody. It feels so good to be able to finally set these dates and to build what we do and say we can get it done and get it done. And to get that done takes a lot. It just doesn't happen. And it takes being able to focus on something even though there's so many other distractions, and make it work. Believe it or not, I mean, like Amber and Amanda and Alyssa, and Amber's holding the phone right now. She's kind of filming while Amanda's gone. But it takes a lot to be able to say, hey, I've got to get this done, and there's a series of steps. And there's so many distractions to get it done. But we've got a system now that I feel like where we got some great people working for us. I can't thank enough for, we got a new gentleman, Tim is now working for us in sales. We got Tyler in sales. We got Will and Becky, of course, you guys know. And we got a good team. I was talking earlier about the absenteeism here is really low. I like that. The guys, I'm hoping are, enjoying their pay, and we're able to increase their pay as we become a bigger company. But You guys following us and being a part of this and buying our homes, spreading the word, can't thank you enough, you know. So I'm going to go. Got to get ready. I might head to Kentucky tonight, get up there and get us a good start so in the morning I don't have to drive 4 or 5 hours. But I'll bring another video tomorrow and show you a Birmingham. I think may have siding on it and the glass and stuff, so you guys will be able to see what a Birmingham looks like. That is one of our top-notch model homes under 100 grand. When I was out in Fresno, they were selling 8x30s for over 120 grand. All right, this is a 10x34 under $100,000, which it's amazing with all of the amenities that it has. So stay tuned tomorrow. Come on here, follow me up there to Kentucky, and we'll give you a shout. All right, we're good. Thank you for watching. I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. Bye.